This is Fashion Loves Comedy, a fusion of, yes, you've got it, fashion and comedy.
I was saying earlier, it's like I kind of can't believe it hasn't already happened. It's like a thing where I'm like, how can this be the first one? And I'm sure it's going to like keep going because it's like such a good idea and just an idea that makes like so much sense.
Fashion Loves Comedy was an idea brought to life by renowned fashion designer Bo Carter.
Please welcome to the stage, Bo Carter.
1, 2, 1, 2. Well, when I first thought about comedian hit the runway, I thought, well, that's going to be a shit show, isn't it?
First off, I just want to thank you all for getting me out of having to do the kids' bedtime tonight. Honestly, it's Mother's Day. It felt like a spa day coming here.
Across 3 nights, bringing together female and non-binary comedians, including emerging artists and legends like Lucy Porter, Desiree Burch, Jen Brister, and me, Jenny Eclair.
Hello! Tooting! Do you know what I can do? Well, that's better, isn't it? It's called comedy. Fucking go with it.
Oh, that's the good stuff. Does someone get a picture?
Doing it all to raise money for the charity Choose Love.
Yes, because it was for Choose Love. And I've done quite a lot of work with Choose Love over the years. And then I guess also I was quite curious. Just to get involved with fashion, you know? Something different, something new.
Whatever it is. And look at me with my hand on my hip, like I'm... It's fashion.
And it's all for a good cause as well, so that makes me look good, which is what's important. No, it's obviously a great charity. Probably. Yeah. So who's it for? Who is this for? The donkeys? Oh, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This could be the start of something, though.
Oh, you've been doing some filming?
Yeah, I'm filming you now.
Fuck!
Bo grew up in Poland, and it was those experiences that shaped her life.
It was obviously post-communism days when I was growing up. Because no one had anything, and we all were super, super poor. It was fine. I mean, you know, there were lots of trauma in my childhood, but again, lots of people in Poland had trauma. Very similar settings, all families, all broken families and what have you. But it was fine at the time. And I think I've come to I've learned over years now and I'm happy about it. I wouldn't change anything about it. Go back and give me nothing, I'm happy with it.
Her love for fashion started at a young age, while still living in Poland.
I think I always liked fashion. So my mum is a seamstress. I like clothes, but I thought everybody did, so I didn't think that was anything unusual. So I never really paid too much attention to it. I used to look for catalogues and picking the clothes and putting them together. And I used to play with paper dolls, cutting the clothes as well and colouring them. And I used to make hats out of sleeves. So I would cut a sleeve up and put it as a hat, and I would say that's the best design hat. I thought everybody believed me, but no one did. I liked my hats in high school.
Is that the first thing you made?
Yeah.
Bo moved to the UK in her 20s and continued her journey into fashion.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Bo Carter. Now, Bo Carter is an independent fashion designer renowned for her ethical values and dedication to creating contemporary garments of the highest quality. We can do another ooh there, can't we? Yes. Her philosophy revolves around embracing individuality, boldness, and sustainability.
Committed to ethical practices and vehemently opposed to animal cruelty, turn page. Collections remain entirely free from leather, fur, and any other products made using child labour or exploitation. Her unwavering dedication to ethics resonates throughout her brand, offering conscious consumers a guilt-free fashion experience.
Yeah, I mean, the Bo Carter brand is a bit funny thing because, I mean, let's be honest, we don't need any more clothes or any more fashion designers. There's no need for me to exist. But I hope that me doing that can encourage people to do themselves, because we all can make clothes. I mean, I'm not trained, so we all can make some clothes for ourselves, and I think that's more what I want to encourage people with Bo Carter, and clothes can empower you and make you feel who you are. And that's the best part about it, making you feel better about yourself. It's all about just people loving clothes a bit more. Be brave and do something with it more. Because it's fun, it's really fun.
Bo wasn't a fan of stand-up comedy because it was so male-dominated. But when Lou Saunders bought one of her skirts, it opened her eyes.
And then I thought, hang on, she is really cool. I like her. She's like female, stand up for the right things. So I started like watching TV from the comedian point of view and this woman, amazing woman. I just got into it. I started following all these comedians and like just stalking them on Instagram and sending them messages, do you want to wear my clothes because I really like you? And I really did like them all. And I would like start looking into it, and the comedy has been so male orientated for so many years.
It's because it's been straight men for the longest time. and they do wear jeans and a t-shirt. So it's not very exciting.
And I was just fascinated by the whole world, like what journey all these women, non-binary people have to go through to be on the stage and do their comedy.
Bo has put on many fashion shows, but when she met comedian Tiff Stevenson, it was Tiff that gave her the idea for her next show.
She kind of suggested this, why do you do the fashion show with comedian? And I'm like, all right. And me being me, I just need one idea said once to me, and then I got onto it, and then I decided, yeah, I will do it. So that's how Fashion Comedy happened.
Did you think it was going to work on the outset?
Not for a second, and I'm still like confused that it has actually worked.
I looked at her clothes and I thought, oh no, you've got something. These are really unusual. And it's a way of doing something that I've never heard of before. I don't know that this has ever been done. Female comics doing a fashion show and, telling a gag down the runway or whatever. It just appealed to me. I just thought, oh, this is out of the ordinary. And then also, because the shoot isn't that far away from my house, it's all quite convenient, really.
When Janet Claire said yes to it, I didn't sleep for the rest of the night, and I thought, what the hell? What do we do now? It's like, I don't have a production team, we don't have any budget, we don't have any people behind us, we're like a bunch of friends. And I did shit myself with like proper fear. I'm like, how the hell are we gonna do this? I didn't think it would work. I was super, super scared. Obviously having these legends, proper legend in comedy doing this, is pretty scary.
Bo's a really lovely and interesting individual, and I always gravitate towards people that are interesting.
So yeah, and I think it's just amazing that Bo's done all this and put it all together. I mean, what an absolute icon.
And I love how she's brought the element of fashion and comedy together, because you don't really see that, do you? And I think that's always such a fun combination. I don't know much about the fashion world, but from what I have seen, everything seems so serious and like, ooh, angles, lights, makeup, camera. So she just kind of put something really nice on and then be like, hey, so this is a thing I thought the other day. I think it's just really fun to combine those things.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be something I've not done before and something I don't think anyone's done before. So it's going to be really nice to be part of a first.
Yeah, it does. It feels like it should have existed before. You can take two things and cram them together. People do that all the time. But this is two really obvious things that maybe it simply wasn't done in the right spirit before and with the right love and with the right level of inclusion. Maybe that's why it's working. But it is bloody working. It's really good.
Well done for leaving your houses. Isn't this an absolutely batshit thing to do? I think we should give Bo Carter a massive... round of applause for organising this. It makes absolutely no sense to do this. The amount of people, never mind the comedians are here, but who gives a fuck about us? We're not here all day setting this up. Look at this, this is showbiz here. This would have been good. That would have been less glamorous, actually. But yeah, pick makeup, we've had makeup. I skipped the hair bit. I mean, what are they going to do with my hair? Just grab a tuft and move it to one side.
It's fair to say comedians and fashion haven't always gotten on.
What do you wear as a mature woman? What do you wear when the mainstream fashion industry hates your fucking guts? They hate your fucking guts, Tooting. Don't think otherwise, you hate your fucking guts and your massive beefy arms and your enormous wobbling giant arse. They fucking hate you. Do you know what they want to do in real life? What they'd like to do It's round us with a lot of dribble down here now. They'd like to round us all up on a coach, distract us with a word search, and chuck us all off a cliff. That's what they want to do. Listen, if the mainstream fashion industry didn't hate our guts, they'd never have invented beige 3/4 length cargo trousers.
Describe your fashion style.
Wow. Nobody has ever asked me about my fashion style.
I would say really influenced by sort of 2008 indie sleaze. Lots of looking a bit like you're in a sort of new wave synth band. That's the dream, isn't it, really? Like, that is the dream.
I would describe, my friend Jamie says that my fashion sense is Eastern European hockey teacher that's into glitter.
The second Brister said, you sort of look like a collapsed Spice Girl, which is not a vibe, it is an aesthetic. And the last friend said something very interesting. He said, Sophie, I think your vibe is chaotic and sexy. And of course, facially, I did nothing, but inside I was like, sexy! Me is my brand is sexy! And then my other friends were contradicting him, no one said anything. I was like, oh my God, really? And he was like, yes, 100%. And I was like, wow. Me, and he was like, yes, on stage and off, I always thought that's your vibe. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you think I'm sexy. And he said, oh no, I said lefty. And I got
How would you describe your fashion style?
I don't have one. No. As long as it's comfy and it covers, that's all I require. Yeah. So, yeah.
You want me to be honest? I'm so bad. Like, the worse I look, the better I feel.
Like, I'm the type of person, if I put on a pair of jeans, put on a pair of denims, people will be like, oh, where are you going all dressed up?
I think my aim is to look like a 70s school teacher that you'd have a crush on. That kind of aesthetic, yeah.
I have worn black leggings and some kind of t-shirt for every single one of my gigs. So I essentially just buy black leggings in bulk, and then I just wear a rotation of black t-shirts, and that's all I ever wear.
When I'm doing stand-up, I like to not draw attention to myself at all, and because if you die on your ass, am I allowed to say arse? Yeah. If you die on your ass, there's something really undignified about putting an effort into your costume and then dying. I've got a fear of like looking nice on stage.
It's honestly been an absolute joy doing, and because for me, right, I do stand up. I've been doing stand up for many years now. I first did a gig in 1923, I never get to look nice. Like, my aesthetic normally is woman who has just nipped out the front door to put the bins out, and then it's closed behind her, and then I'm just in the world going, this is it, guys, this is what you're getting. Whereas today, I actually intended to look like this, right? This is nice, I know.
I still don't really wear on stage. That's why I think I love dressing up. I can't wait to do this show. It's going to be incredible, because I don't ever dress up on stage. I dress smart, because on stage I'm a bit, not tomboyish, but like nothing too extravagant, because I don't want it to distract. Yeah.
But I hope they will wear more dresses on stage. If they want to, obviously that doesn't mean that you've got to wear dresses. But if you feel and you like dresses, put a dress on. You don't need to be a boy anymore. We don't need jeans anymore on stages. Unless you love jeans, absolutely fine. But I would like to see more dresses on the stage.
Hey, Fashion Loves Comedy, can everybody hear me? Lovely, can everybody see me?
This is very disconcerting for me, doing a gig
looking nice. It's very weird. Usually I'm up here in like a tracksuit top and jeans doing jokes being like, oh, aren't I a piece of shit? And that doesn't really work when you look like a sort of vintage lover's wank. So I really appreciate that it's a different energy. Thank you so much.
There's one aspect of fashion that Bo is really passionate about.
So my clothes are, I'm very keen to put pockets in every garment I make.
So ladies, when we see a woman in a beautiful dress, we go, oh, that's a gorgeous dress. And she goes, it has pockets. And we're like, where do I get 4 of those right now, bitch? You have to tell me I love it.
I love pockets. We all love pockets. Boy always had pockets, girls didn't have pockets. We need pockets in every garment.
I'm so excited to be here. This is insane. Because we're comedians. We're not used to, being looked after. Like, how amazing are these clothes? Can we have a round of applause for Bo? There's so many pockets, you guys. So many pockets. Look, do you want a Jammy Dodger? They're full of them. I've got loads. Look at this lining. What? It's like my hand is in a spa. This is incredible.
I am super impressed. I've put this garment on just now. It feels beautiful. It has pockets. I love her print.
This has been such an amazing day for us. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have. And I just want to reiterate what everyone else has said. For one thing, we have had our hair done. I have had makeup put on my face by professional people who do that shit. And I am wearing Bo Carter's amazing clothes. I wouldn't normally do this, but I want you to put your hand up my jumper. Would you do that for me? Feel the softness. It's so gorgeous. And listen, I'm just going to tell you something straight off the bat. These trousers have got pockets. Women of my age spontaneously have just come hearing that. That's all we want, isn't it? Is a pocket. That's what you want. Got my phone right here.
So quite a few of them mentioned they don't go on stage in dresses because there's no pockets. So it's all sorted now, girls. Come to Bo Carter, we've got pockets for you.
At the heart of Fashion Loves comedy came one thing.
Stand-up can be a bit of a sort of sausage festival, if we're honest. And when I started doing stand-up, there were kind of very few, there were no women, like if you were non-binary, it would be unthinkable that we took to the stage. And when I started doing stand-up in the 1990s, it was like, I remember one of the first shows I ever did, so the compere introduced me, and introduced me with, now, we've got a woman.
It's a key thing. Inclusivity to me is like, I almost don't like talking about it, because to me is, when I started fashion, it was like ethical fashion, and again, I didn't like talking about it because it's just the way I live and the way I operate, and inclusivity is something, obviously I'm learning every single day, and I've got so much still learning to do, but it's just given. It's always going to be inclusive, and we're always going to improve. I'm sure we've done things wrong across the 3 nights of the Fashion Loves comedy, but we'll learn and we'll improve, and we'll keep learning, because I'm sure things will be changing as we go along, but it's just how I live, so it'll always be that way.
This is little Lockie. Lockie is wearing Gold Carter! And I am fucking not. And I'm furious about it. I'm sorry, we'll talk later. Lockie is also a puster. You're a puss, aren't you? Tell them. Tell them what you want. Say it, come on. Come on. Say it. Big crowd. Oh, go on. Tell them. Nice and loud. Yeah, it's on. Come on, say it. He's a puss, yes! Yes, he is! And I love him anyway! He's my fucking puss! Fuck yeah!
So obviously we thought Fashion Loves comedy, female non-binary allies. I didn't realise, and none of us realised on the team, how actually impactful that will be for all the comedians. And every single one of them mentioned behind the scenes is like, it's so nice not to be a token, but actually be in the front rather than normally they go to panel shows or anything. And I mean, things are changing. It's not as bad, but they often are just there to tick the box. And Fashion Loves Comedy is the opposite. We might get Boy one day to tick the box. And it's given them the platform, and they just felt empowered, and I felt then empowered by them. So it kind of just spread it across all the team, and it's like, oh my gosh, this actually means something and it's worth doing it. So it's quite moving seeing all of them being so happy, being surrounded by people like themselves, and I think it's important.
I'm really grateful to be invited onto these all-female lineups because I'm always made to feel incredibly welcome and incredibly tall. Because guess what? I'm only bloody transgender, aren't I? I know. What am I like?
I feel included. And what a lovely thing on International Women's Day and the days before and after. This week is really important to people, and I don't always feel included in all female lineups and stuff. And I have only felt love from this experience. And this is an example of that. I feel cradled by Bo's handiwork. What a lovely thing. What a lovely thing to experience.
I'm a plus size woman as well, and what Bo's done amazingly is made sure that everybody has clothes that fit their bodies tonight, and that's not everyone makes the effort to do that. Plus size woman, I mean, the high street makes it very clear that you are not welcome. Best case scenario, we have one sad corner in shops. That's where they put all the waterfall cardigans and thrash trousers. And t-shirts with something French on them. Fat girls, we love French, don't we? Just j'adore Monster Munch, that kind of thing.
Because I'm not trained clothes maker, fashion designer, whatever you want to call it, I'm a self-taught. So only 4 years ago I started including all the sizes. I wasn't doing all sizes to start with. I've stopped on extra large. So we're doing everything now, all sizes inclusive. But, you know, we're still not making clothes for disabled people. There's still so much more to be doing it. And yeah, we're definitely not 100%. People, not everybody can buy our clothes, and that's not okay.
It's bloody hard work being transgender. I haven't had a Yorkie bar in 5 years. If you're ever worried about saying the wrong thing to a transgender woman, don't worry. My granddad told my nan I was Transylvanian. Darling, when you coming back to bed?
I've had 3 bananas and I can't stop farting. Hello, tooting. Do you know what I thought I'd be doing? Well, that's better, isn't it? I thought I'd be the only 6-year-old on the bill, 60-something on the bill. There's another one coming. Fucking hell. I'm a sexagenarian, that's what they call a sexagenarian. It's a funny word. Sounds a bit sexy, doesn't it? Sounds like I might have an orgasm putting out the bins. It's not likely though, is it? Not unless the bloke from Bridgerton is doing them for me. And even then, I don't think so. Because to be honest with you, tooting, I'm chalk from the waist down. Complete chalk. Half woman, half Rennie. Yes. You know you've lost your libido, don't you? When you find yourself taking the batteries out of your vibrator and putting them in an electric pepper mill.
With women my age, we have basically been having the same conversation for the last 40 years. We're still discussing in which order we would bang the members of Duran Duran. That's what we do. That's John, Nick, Simon, Andy. Yeah, thank you. We're soulmates, clearly, we really are. But
all the young people, especially millennials, I love you. I'm an old Gen Xer. I love millennials. God bless you fucking millennials. There would not be a whole avocado on this godforsaken fucking island if not for you people. We would not have mental fucking health. There's definitely no mental health in the 80s. If you were growing up in the 80s and 90s and you were feeling a little fucking depressed, you're like, oh, I think I need some mental health care. One of your parents would be like, oh, what are you feeling a little fucking sad? Here's a fucking packet of smokes and a Smiths album. Go the fuck up.
And there are so many good things about getting older, by the way. And I do feel like for the young women, there's so much negativity about aging, but it is amazing. I am menopausal. I fucking love it, right? Because I get really angry. I have an anger that burns with the intensity of 1,000 suns.
look, this outfit was provided by Bo Carter. These shoes were provided by middle fucking age. All right, can we check out? I'm never doing a fucking pump or shit again, all right? No, I am 45 years old and it's all about fucking supinating in these Asics basics, bitch. Yes. Right? We're all talking about how old we feel because time is rapidly fucking speeding up and it's super intense.
Love my 50s. Because I fucking love the menopause. Loved it. Loved it. Time of your life, girls. Time of your life. The boys won't get this. Something about something else. Time of your life. It's the only time you're ever going to have an excuse for shoplifting and behaving like a hysterical nutcase. We're very lucky to have the menopause, very lucky indeed. We're one of the very few mammals on the planet to actually have a menopause. All the other lady mammals go on breeding till they die. Imagine that. Imagine giving birth in your 60s or 70s. Imagine trying to change a nappy and the hearing aids in your battery. The hearing battery, fuck me. The battery didn't know what I'm trying to do. The batteries and the hearing aids at the same time, everything would be covered in shit, wouldn't it? Mind you, you wouldn't have to bother to pick the baby up to feed it. All you need to do is bend over the cot. Anyway.
I'm trying to be taken seriously as a comedian. And I think we all know in this room in 2024 in lovely liberal London, we all know the funny's here. It's not here. We all know that we sat here tonight, we all know there's nothing funny. We all know there's nothing funny about... It's just sexist, misogynistic. But the worst thing about it, London, is that it's just immature.
I've had a few surgeries done. I don't have time to get into it. I just like to talk about it because I think we should normalize it, destigmatize it. Yes, it is a personal choice. If you want to do it, great. If you don't want to do it, that's fine too. But I am an open book. Like, if any of you have questions about that kind of stuff, feel free to find me after the show. I have no problem giving you my recommendations for what I think you should have done. I don't have a lot of friends.
I've received some quite negative comments throughout my life about my breasts or lack of, and I found that slightly bizarre because I don't know whether you'll agree with me, right? But the way I see it is generally, if it's not stuck on your body, I don't think you should have an opinion about it. One woo, cool, we're progressive here. But within this society, women are sort of expected to have these really like pert, rotund melons, right? But if I were to compare mine to a food, I think... What do you think? I don't know. I think they'd be more sort of like two halves of a stuffed pita. Because they're not very exciting, but they are great dipped in hummus.
How would you feel about the catwalk?
Not enough tits.
Not enough what, sorry?
Not enough tits. There's hands, faces, you've got legs there. I've torn them because I'm a psychopath, so basically, if you not noticed that, each of them's got different part of bodies.
There was one element to the show that nearly all the comedians were worried about, not me.
So the gig bit's going to be fine. The catwalk, I think, is the bit that everyone's going to be like, ugh, don't look at me.
Honest answer, nervous as fuck. I'm so nervous. For the catwalk bit, specifically, yeah.
Okay, so the walk is going to be, I'm going to stand, and then I'm going to put one foot in front of the other like this. I'm going to walk to the end, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to walk back. And if I feel like I don't know what I'd do, I might just put an arm out. And then another arm out. And finish.
I'm less nervous about the stand-up. I'm more nervous about walking. I actually kind of didn't think that part through because I hate walking in front of people. I think I'm going to forget how to walk.
Honestly, the awkwardness that we all feel doing that walk is fucking horrendous. We're up there going, what are you going to do? Oh, and we've all got ideas. I think I'm going to do a commando roll. I'm going to just walk on my knees. And then we get there and we go, how do you walk? I've forgotten how to do walking. That is walking. What are my arms doing? Who am I? It's impossible to walk when you're thinking about walking. Did you know about that?
Well, I think this. I think a hand on the hip. Maybe a little bit of hip movement. I've noticed the sort of shoulders don't move too much, but the hips go. And then keep one foot goes in front of the other. And I've noticed some models sort of do this thing where they sort of plonk their feet down. So I might do that. I'm not committed yet.
Maybe I'll have a little skip, maybe I'll have a little jump. I'm very tall, it's only going to take me 2 steps and I'll be at the end of the, end of the runway.
I'm really buzzing to work that runway like my rent is due.
I might just wave. I tend to, not in a kind of, just, hey! I tend to do that when I'm walking on stage anyway. I realised that the other day, actually.
I am a little bit nervous about the walking, because I've never walked before. Well, I've never walked down a catwalk before, and I've got ridiculous heels on. I didn't really think it through. I'm sort of clomping along like a horse.
I think it's time now to see how we all got on.
No more sunny days, no more sunny days. I got a heart that won't behave. I got a mind gonna make me insane. No more sunny days, no more sunny days. You got a black cloud over your head. You're looking spit, gotta get you to bed.
That's why they couldn't have a raised level, otherwise that could have ended up in tragedy, actually.
That was, I don't know whether you noticed, but that was massively out of my comfort zone.
Oh my God, thank you for coming to my catwalk debut. 51 bloody years old. They said it couldn't be done. Fuck you, Anna Wintour, what do you know? Here I am.
Absolutely a newfound respect for models. Well done to them. I think they make it look easy. I said I was going to do that thing where, when they're walking, they sort of do that thing with their feet. But then I've realised when you've got really short legs, it just looks like your legs aren't long enough to hit the ground, and that's just fucking weird.
But to be honest, they all did their own personal catwalk, which was amazing. But I also know that everyone I worked with who don't do catwalk as a regular thing, they do once and they want to do it again because they love it. And that is like such a nice warm feeling. And I hope that they all thought exactly the same and they will want to do it again just for the experience of being on the catwalk and doing the walk, whatever they want to do it.
Oh my God, hello, how are you all doing? Yes, I always knew I'd be a supermodel in tooting. That's so my vibe. And the after parties at Sam's Chicken. We're all going, hygiene rating of 2. She's love.
After all that fun, it's time to talk about something serious.
Now, I've got some information to disseminate to you about why we are here this evening. Now, Choose Love started back in 2015 when a group of friends began collecting donations for refugees in Calais. They have gone on to become a global organisation supporting refugees and displaced people all over the world. Now,
so I feel quite connected to Choose Love. So I'm obviously born in Poland. I moved here when I was 20 odd something. So I kind of spend more my life in England than in Poland right now, but I'm still the other. I'm still the non-English, and I'm still, get that question, oh, where are you really from? And I'll never ever dream of comparing my experience to people who go through real struggle of racism. I've experienced very little of that, but I have been not let to this country because I didn't have right paperwork. So I've been kicked out on the border, treated quite shit. I've been spat out because I sound funny. I hate racism. I can't express how much I hate that. And in England right now, we need pointing down more than ever. And I just love Choose Love.
I know it's scary because you never see people like me, innit? This is the thing, there's not a lot of comedians that do stand up that look like me. There's 2 of us, but I'm the better one. So when people see you on stage, they get interested and they want to chat to you and that's all right, but some of you are mental, okay? This guy comes up to me, he's like, how does your community feel about you doing stand-up? And I'm like, oh, well, there's 2 billion Muslims in the world, but hold on, we got a WhatsApp group, hold on. Honestly, I was doing a gig in Cambridge, and this woman comes up, she goes, oh my God, can I just say that you doing stand-up makes Muslims seem less scary? I'm not scary. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. Why don't you come with me? I've got something in my bag for you.
My name's Kiri. I'm going to be doing some comedy for a little while, just a short while, and I know that everyone's humour is subjective, but if you don't laugh at this, remember it does mean you hate refugees. So just make a decision now about the kind of person that you want to be.
So I'm just here essentially for Choose Love. Absolutely love that charity. I've done a few Choose Love gigs over the years. I absolutely love it. I do feel slightly bad though, because I love what Choose Love do. I've sort of followed them over the years, but I feel like other charities have sort of fallen into their shadow, and I feel bad for thinking this, right? I was at home the other day, and I saw an advert for Children in Need, and I genuinely said out loud to myself, Children in Need, who's watching that anymore? As if it was like a shit sitcom. And I felt so bad, I had to donate £10 to them. Just
asking people why you wanted to do this show and God reached out, what made you want to do professionals?
Well, for the charity. And that is the only reason.
Is it?
There is literally the only reason.
I just love what they're doing it, and obviously they've got so many good people behind believing in the story of their work that I want to be one of them. I want to be someone who stands behind Choose Love and says, I really believe in your work and I want to help in what you're doing.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
The behind the scenes, this is the good
Oh, you're
stuff.
still fucking going?
Yeah, I'm not going to stop.
Now I feel awkward.
To make Fashion Love's comedy come to life, Bo brought together some of her creative friends and students.
Well, the people who made Fashion Love's comedy possible is everything, and now I'm going to be crying because it's not me. I'm just someone who sends lots of email out and bring people together, and to me that's everything. And without these people, none of that obviously would be happening. And so I always work with students, and I love them. I love the energy. They come here and thinking they're doing work experience, but they've got no idea how much I get out of it. So it's just amazing people. And if I carry on talking about this, I'll just proper cry and I've got mascara on and stuff. So I can't really be talking much longer about it. I'm just so grateful. Yeah, I can't talk more about it because I will cry.
Carl, last night, what are you thinking?
Excited.
You excited?
Yeah.
Are you sad it's the last one?
Yeah, really sad.
Yeah, me too as well.
Feels a bit weird.
Yeah, it does. How are you feeling about it being the last night?
What?
Last night, how are you feeling?
Oh, yeah, it's shit, isn't it? But it's alright.
What's shit?
That is the last night. But we're doing it again, just don't tell Steve. But we're doing it again.
And it's fair to say for about a week I did not sleep at all, thinking that we're going to go to London and we're going to have 6 people in the audience. And that's a true story. I really think that was going to happen. But then people came, don't know where, they came, they bought tickets, they came. It was amazing.
It was great, the vibes were perfect. I think the whole audience was up for it, the participation was amazing, and I had a great time.
I just think it's such a great initiative to like bring everyone together for such a good cause.
I absolutely loved it. I thought all the comedians were incredible. I think it was such a great cause.
I did enjoy myself. It was amazing. I genuinely did. Thank you very much.
Fashion Loves Comedy was a huge success across 3 incredible nights, with over 30 acts performing, raising money for Choose Love. Bo and her team are already making plans for shows in the north of England and will be returning to London in 2025. I'm already looking forward to it.
But the best thing was we collected some feedbacks already from comedians, audience and stuff, and they want to all do it again. So I think that's as successful as it could have been. We as a team had the best time ever, and it was amazing.